My name's Heath Pollard, and I'm a C6 quadriplegic. I was injured 5 years ago in an automobile accident, and I have returned to work a few years ago, and just started writing again, and actually going to try to play the guitar again. I played for about 10 years before my injury, and I've had some ideas about how I could play, and actually some students of mine that play music kind of encouraged me to attempt it anyway. And some ideas have to do with being a C6 quadriplegic. I have very limited hands, very weak. Um, I had a tendon transfer on this hand, my right hand. Um, it was completely dead after my injury. And after about a year, I had a tendon transfer, and now I can close my hand together and pinch it. On my left hand, I don't have the muscles to curl my fingers, but I can move all those. It's just very limited. Very, I can't curl them, and I have really no strength whatsoever in those. So it's going to be a challenge, and I've had some ideas. I think I figured out that I'd like to play in this position as opposed to in my lap. This is uh, how I've always played, and I still have some coordination, picking and stuff, doing it this way. And I had an occupational therapist that to make me this splint thing on my left hand, just to curl my fingers. And it's kind of real confining, but it does do the job. I have a slide on my middle finger. Okay, with my injury, my left hand, even though I have some movement with it, um, really it's really weak, really weak. My wrist is very weak, but I can move my fingers. The muscles that curl my fingers though do not work, and the muscles that where you could move your fingers together don't work. So just the ones that bend work a little bit, but they're actually so weak that just sitting here they'll shake, and against gravity, that's as much as I can curl my fingers. So that's one obstacle, that I'm gonna have to figure out. And I do have the one thing that the occupational therapist made me, but I think there's probably a better solution than that. Okay, with my left hand, that's as much as I can bend my fingers. So what I have is this thing right here that I put on my hand and just Velcro on that curls my fingers. It's very confining. I also had this thing made that fits the same way without my thumb going in it. It's a little less confining, but I just put Velcro around that, and I put my finger in, and it bends my hand. However, it kind of bumps in the guitar on this side. I had the therapist also to make this that hold a pick, and my fingers will go in like this. works pretty well also. Although I think just the thumb pick around my index finger is probably better than this right here. Just wish I could have a pick made that was made specifically for this finger and at the right angle that it would need to be to play. That's it. Okay. As far as the slide goes, I need probably something for my middle finger because that's the one I got the most control over. My idea would be something that would make, since my fingers won't bend, something that would kind of slide that my finger would fit in, and it would bend it some and have it in that position while I'm using it. I'm not really sure. Just a thought, something that would make it kind of bend and be in more of a position of what it would be if you were sliding along the neck of the guitar. Okay. Okay, and this slide is made out of glass, and usually they're made out of glass or steel, and the steel ones are heavier, so it's probably going to take a glass one. And like, if I could possibly get something specially made, I can play with this one, but if I could get one that was modified for me, that'd be great. Finger. And it, it curls enough to where I can, use it and I can slide. However, playing slide guitar is a lot of really intricate, a lot of parts that I didn't know as far as muting with both hands that you have to do. So, of course I know I could play it by just, halfway play it, but to play it well, I'm going to have to figure out a few things. As far as my hand, this splint does work, even though it is confining. I can make a chord and so I can have the slide part down. It's just, you're supposed to mute with a finger to the, my index finger. I would have to be muting the strings, lightly laying on the strings. Otherwise, it's real raspy sounding a lot. So to take care of that, I would need to mute the strings with my index finger, and I really haven't got that figured out at all, how I could do that. As far as the right hand, people usually play slide guitar finger pick. That way they can kind of mute the strings down here with their fingers, that because they only want one string to sound, instead of when you slide it, all the strings are going to sound just about. So having to, that's why they finger pick. However, not be able to move individual fingers, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm going to have to maybe palm mute or something, which I've had done before playing guitar. So I just have to do, that's all I can do with that hand. Right now I have a thumb pick on my index finger. I had the occupational therapist also made me something, a mold, to with a pick in it that I can use, but I found that just putting a thumb pick around there, and then when I curl it under, then I can pick down. So it works pretty well. The only thing is I wish I could get a pick, maybe of some kind of special pick made that would kind of fit better and be at a little different angle than this. It would be a little bit better. However, this works pretty well. Also, kind of wish I could get a slide made that instead of being straight would maybe go up and then kind of curve back, where it would be easier for me to cord if it would do that. And if I could get one like that, I might could play without this splint on my hand. I can curl my fingers up enough using my strength I have in my shoulders and my bicep and stuff to curl my hand. But I don't know how I'll go about doing that, getting someone to make me a slide that curves, some kind of specially made one, along with a pick. But I definitely could use some help, some ideas about how to go about, getting around these issues that I have. But so far I think I have a pretty good chance of being able to do it. I'm actually surprised that I already think that there is a chance I'll be able to play. Okay. And I appreciate anything that you could do to help me to get back to playing guitar. Thank you.